In this exercise, we will use Matplotlib PyPlot to draw the to visualize the income distribution by the different program. Income ratio has been calculated for you. So in this uh, part, we will use the Pine to visualize the data. All right. First of all, let's import Matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. All right. Let's import this library, and then we will use py to draw the graph. Right. So we want to draw for income ratio. So this is the result you will get. All right. You can see that there's no label information, nothing. So we have to define the labels. All right. So our labels are the investment program, name of the investment program. All right. So we will take the index. Okay. Let's see what happens. Right. So now we can see that the name, investment program name are displayed against the different color. All right. So now we want to show the percentage on top of each portion. All right. So we want to show one decimal place. So we will use 1.1 F. Okay, let's run and see. Okay. Oh, all right. What's a mistake? Oh, okay. I forgot to put equal. Right. So this is the result you will see. You can see that now the percentage value are being displayed. All right. Okay. If you don't want to see all the graph information, we can use a plt.show to show the graph. Right. So this is nicely done. Okay. Now I want to modify this graph a bit by assigning the explode. Right. So we will explode the first portion. Okay. So in our investment program, acquisition pay is the first portion, and then this second one is the face-to-face agency, third and fourth, right? So for face-to-face agency, I want to explode out. So what we are going to do is, right? Um, so second one, right? So we will assign this one to be 0.1, the rest to be 0. Okay, and let's see what we have. See, we can see the one particular portion has been exploded out by 0.1. Right. Of course, we can change the font color and type everything by just assigning the each parameter from this data. All right. So for the parameter, you don't need to worry. When you type, you will see all the parameter values. Which parameter values you want to change, you can change it here. All right. Okay, that's all on the pie chart. Right. Next, we will move on to the data distribution by each column. Histogram give you the easiest way to see the distribution of a particular data. In this exercise, we are going to see the income raised by the online acquisition program, online donor acquisition program, and for the particular year, right? So we have already calculated the income raised by the online distribution program for the year 2018, 2019, and 2020 as save the data in online DF 2018, 19, 20 variables respectively. Now let's start to do the data visualization using the Matplotlib library. All right. So I will start to do the plt.histogram. The histogram can be is given by the HIST method. All right. Then we want to see the online DF 2018, which is a income column. All right. So BLD dot show. Okay. So this is a result you have obtained. Right. We can increase the number of bin. By default, it gives you 10 bits, right? So now let's increase the number of bits by assigning the parameters to maybe like 25. Let's see the result, right? So this is the result you have obtained for the the income raised by the online distribution for a particular year, 2018. All right. So here we can see that most of the amount we have raised so far is less than 3,000. Okay. Now, if you see that this individual histogram is good, when we want to compare the distribution of uh, compute the distribution of the particular year. But let's say now we want to compare the data distribution for 2018, 19, and 2020. All right. So if you want to compare this data, histogram is not sufficient. The better way to do is using the box plots. Okay, using the box plot. All right. So here we will do the box plot. All right. So for box plot, you can use a method called box plot. Okay, you can use the method called box plot. All right. So for the box plots, we want to give the data for three data, right? Online DF 2018. So online DF 2018 data, which is an income column. All right. Okay. Next, we want to use the data from 2019 income and 2020. All right, 2020 income. Okay. Let's see the result. All right, let's see the result. Okay, so we can see that 2020, 2018, 2019 data are being plotted here. All right, but because the HSA only give 1, 2, 3, it's not very clear what does it mean by 1, 2, and 3. So we need to assign the labels. All right, so here I will use xtick to assign the label for 1 to 3. Instead of 1 to 3, we want to give 2018, 2019, and 2020. All right. So let's see, right? So this is a result curve of 2018. You have got for 2018, 2019, and 2020. All right. Interquartile average and median are similar across all 3 years. However, we can see that 2020 has generated some outliers. What does it mean? It means that in 2020, some of our online acquisition investment program has returned significant larger amount compared to other years. All right, we can increase the size by assigning the figure size. All right, size to make it a bit bigger so that we can see much more better. Okay, so this is a result we have obtained. Okay, maybe I can reduce the height. See, so this is a result we have obtained for 2018, 2019, and 2020. Bounce plots is easier when we want to see when we want to do the comparison between across a year. Histogram is particularly useful for showing only the one data distribution of one data. In this exercise, we will show you how to see the relationships between variables using the data visualization. All right. In first exercise, we will show how to draw a bar graph to visualize the quantitative comparisons. The variable income ratio has calculated for you. This gives you the total income raised by different programs in the year 2020. Here we will use Matplotlib bar graph to visualize the data. All right. So let's use plt.bar to draw this graph. Okay. So in this graph, we want to see the height. All right. So the first one, okay, the first one we want to see is income ratio of income. All right. So this is a bar graph that we want to see. Let's see what is the result you got. Okay. So we are missing one height, okay, because we didn't put the x-axis. What we want to put it in the x-axis. So in the x-axis, we want to show the index, all right? And then in the y-axis bar graph, we want to show the income amount. Okay, let's try again. So this is a result, we get it, all right? So here you can see that the label is not visible, all right? So we are going to increase the figure size. Let's increase the figure size. Okay, maybe we want to make it longer, but not the height. Height we don't want to increase, right? So let's see, this is the result. Yes, we can see it, but we still cannot see the some of the levels are overlapping. All right, so we can assign using the x rotation to be maybe 45. Okay, let's see what this is showing. Right. So another acquisition mill, we have about 30,000 to 137,000 USD, right? 137,000, and then face-to-face agency. We can see that face-to-face in-house amount is pretty low, right? Only the 25. So here we can even see the result. Okay, so this is how we can use the bar graph to show the quantitative comparisons between the different investment program for the year 2020. All right, now let's move on to comparing the between numerical and numerical data. In data science, most of the time we are much interested how the variables are correlated. All right. So in this exercise, we will see how the investment program are correlated, especially between the income and maybe between the investment and income, right? So let's look at the name of the column first. So these are the name of their columns, right? So so in this data set, we want to see the how the income and acquisition investment are correlated. So let's use PLT dot scatter plot to draw the DF of acquisition investment and DF of income. All right. We can see the acquisition investment and incomes are highly correlated. Let's increase the figure size. Right. So in general, we can see that once we increase our acquisition investment, the amount of income also increase. So scatter plot is the best tool when you want to see the correlation between variables. We can do the trend, all right, whether it's a positive correlated or negative correlated. Okay? We will use this a lot in our machine learning as well. All right. Now let's move on to the time series data. Okay. In our donor data set, we can see that we have collected the data from 2012 to 2020. We want to see how the online data acquisition has been changing over the time, all right? So we have calculated for you online DF yearly for the investment, the income amount for the year 2012 to 2020, all right, average income amount. So for this data, let's do the data visualization by drawing the line plot, all right. Line plot, then this one. We want to put the index in the x-axis and y-axis is the income, all right. This is a result, we got it, all right. So we can see that from 2012 to 2015, it increased sharply, but from 2015 to 2019, it dropped, and then after 2019, it goes up again, all right. So similarly, we can increase the figure size to make the figure more visible. Increase a bit. And then we can also further customize the figure by adding the X labels here, then Y label of the income, all right? And also we can even add the title. Okay. So for title, maybe we can write as a yearly income for the online acquisition program. We can also limit the age data so that it show only from 2012 to 2020 to fit the graph nicely to the your plot. Right. So this is the result. We can also add the marker by assigning the parameter marker to be, maybe we can assign as a square marker. All right. Likewise, we can also change the color of the graph to maybe black color by assigning the parameter color to different color that you want. All right. So this is how you can customize the graph. All right. So far we have already learned how to see the relationship between two variables using the scatter plot, line plot, and bar graph. In short, bar graph can be used to see to do the comparison, quantitative comparison to compare the numerical values among the categoricals. All right. Then a line plot can be used to see the time series data to analyze the trend. All right. Scatter plots is mainly to see the correlation between two variables. We can also use a Matplot library to customize your graph by adding the X label, Y label, limit, title, and even setting the figure size. All right. Thank you. That's all for today lessons. Next week, we are going to talk about the Seaborn library for more advanced graph and how we can make it easier to do that.